Ladies and gents, welcome back. Do not adjust your monitors. It's back. 6 to 8 weeks out with just a hamstring. I think that was what we were going to call it.
Yeah, it was one of us pulled a Mo Salah, I think.
Topical. We love it. From the first 20 seconds, Mo Salah.
One of us called each other out and then just shit hit the fan. So, but we're all good.
We're all good.
We apologised.
We're back. I had to drop an emotional video to announce the return of the podcast.
Yeah.
We mean business. And this time of the year is the exciting part of the podcast anyway, because, you know, come January, the top 10 lists start. That's when it gets controversial.
I thought you were going to
drop
one with the script. I thought you were going to drop a top 10
I was like, let me just
keep list. I wouldn't have been ready for that.
Let me just hold the power card in my pocket for a little bit. Let's just warm back up.
Let's just get rid of the cobwebs.
Yes, see them off early. But it means, though, because we're back for a long time, we just talked about the big clubs. So talking about top of the table, La Liga, top of the table, 1 game from the Bundesliga, and then 3 from Serie A, because it's delivering again.
Right now,
carrying the world football right now. Gee, it's not on a spreadsheet, but you mentioned Mo Salah. I was going to get your personal thoughts here. Jamie Carragher said what he had to say.
Yeah.
I know Wayne Rooney and someone else on TalkSport.
There was a few of them.
They went in on him.
Pretty much everyone.
Yeah. So everyone said it's the wrong thing to say, which I agree with. But do you agree with what Mo Salah said, though, that he's been used as a scapegoat?
I think from the media, he has. But you just can't come out and say that shit now when the club's struggling. You know, it's just an absolute shit show at the moment with like just everything involving Liverpool. I find it hard for him to come back in and play. I think we've seen the last of him. I think it'll be interesting on the weekend to see what happens if he's on the bench. I think it very much depends on what happens behind the scenes. If he apologises, which I can't see that happening, because he's always been a kind of me guy, you know, about his stats, his performances, his accolades, but he gets away with it because he scored 25, 30 goals a year and provided 15, 20 assists. Now that he's getting nowhere near that. And, you know, I agree with Slot dropping him because we considered 10 goals in 3 games against City. You can lose. The way we lost wasn't good. PSV was like, I'm hoping the low point. Yeah. Because that was just horrendous. So, but what he said in the interview it's babyish, honestly. Like, he came on at halftime against Sunderland, did fuck all. Yeah. And so he, again, slotted every right to not play him against Leeds. To not play him against West Ham was fine, because you needed to bring in Gomez at right back and Szoboszlai, who's your best presser, to play on that right-hand side as well. So, it's been 7 days. You haven't played for 7 days. You played 45 minutes in 7 days. To come out and say you've lost all, like the relationship with the manager and how the club's throwing you under the bus, like, it's been a week. Like, it's been a week over your 9 years at Liverpool. Like, it's... And he's the type of guy to be hard on himself if he doesn't play well. So I'm sitting here thinking, surely he's like, yeah, you know what, I've been shit. I deserve this. Yeah. But coming out saying, also as well, the big one, which everyone's kind of talking about, saying, like, for what I've done, I should be a guarantee to play week in, week out. Like, I shouldn't have to earn my spot. And that's like, when you play for the big clubs, it's a clean slate every year. It doesn't matter what you did last year. You know, look at Slot, won the league. Yeah. Now look, people 2 months ago wanted him out. People now want him out. So it's the whole situation has been a shit show. Yeah.
I'm interested to see going forward what the player power is like, though. That's
the thing.
Because this is where my club has gone down a corrupt path, where the player power is overpowered the hierarchy, the manager, and then you just get a turnstile of just new managers, new owner. It doesn't.
fit. They made the right decision to not bring him to the game against Inter Milan. The thing is now, if you sack him and you keep Salah, that's player power. And that's a dangerous path to go on. So even if the Salah thing didn't happen, I don't think he was getting sacked anytime soon. Yeah. Because there's just no one out there, unless ALONSO might get onto that a bit later. Days, but there's just no one out there, especially with the World Cup coming up as well. Yeah. So I don't think he'll ever get sacked. And I think Salah's gone.
Yeah,
I find it very hard for him to get back into the frame of it. Even what he said, like, oh, my parents are coming. Like, that's a clear sign that
send off.
I think shit's been happening for a while now.
Yeah.
And because after a week, that is crazy to say that.
Yeah.
So I think stuff's been going on a bit longer than maybe we know.
It's funny because you're a top player, you have to have the ego, but in a way, you got to know your body's not the same, but like you're not the same body, and it's hard because he literally was probably the best player in the world last year.
He literally had like one of the greatest individual seasons we've seen in the Premier League, and I feel like that's been forgotten about.
Yeah.
Because he literally won on a slot of Premier League last year.
And that's the awkward thing, right? Was this still boiling behind it last year, but Slot just couldn't drop him because they wanted terrific. Again, manager-player dynamics. Back in the day, they used to hate each other, but everyone used to just get along with it and just keep playing. You think about Beckham and Ferguson and stuff like that, and then I think Terry Henry said on the broadcast last night on the US show that him and Guardiola had their differences, and he had to suck it up and just get along with it. So maybe it's just a modern game where they come out and say stuff, but you just think for the best of your career and your team's career, and why don't you all just suck it up when you have to see each other, put in a brave face and just get on with it.
Exactly. They're 10th in the Premier League for a reason.
Yeah.
They've been bang average in the Champions League this year for a reason. That's because they've all been shit. So, yeah, him coming out, and I think it was an hour before that got released, I think Szoboszlai did the presser after the game, and he was like, what happens in the dressing room stays in there, nothing goes out to the public. I think that was before anyway, and then Salah comes out with that. It's like, players obviously talk to each other. Van Dijk came out after the Inter game and said, like, they're not robots, they do speak to each other. So I would have loved to have been on the coach on the way home, though.
Whoa.
They're scrolling on their phone, listening to fucking Young Boy or whoever they're listening to, and they just see these Salah quotes. It's bang. Yeah, it's I think it would have been an awkward few days at the training ground.
Yeah, well, thank God for the Champions League because it sort of broken it all up. I think
it's Liverpool. It's literally a watch every single day. Yeah, every question's about Salah now, and it's just.
Yeah, so just simmering right now.
It's just why? Well, the worst fucking thing that could have happened was that.
Add to the mix. Well, you sort of mentioned someone's name, Alonso. Talking about it's all simmering over. It also is simmering over at Real. That's when it started today. Well, he could be a man without a job in for 12 hours time.
12 hours, yeah.
Yeah. So if he loses versus Man City, the rumour is he is done at Madrid.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I think they had it back. I think 5 games ago or 6 games ago, they beat Barca in the league games ago. They beat Barca in the Clasico. We were both there for that. We thought it was a turning point.
They were bloody good that game as well.
I thought it was a power shift. That was also the Vinny sort of like blow up game that has continued to boil over as well. Very similar to Liverpool again. And now it has literally come to the point where tonight Florentino Perez is going to say, win, stay, lose, go home, which is mental. Because like you said, who's available right now?
We might see a manager slot for Alonso.
Shake the hands and
just get him across. They didn't want Canate, but they can have our manager. There we go.
Great song there. It is crazy. Obviously, 2-0 lost to Celta on the week. I think the first time Celta have beaten Madrid in the 2000s, something crazy
I saw that.
stat.
It's crazy, yeah.
Look, the stats don't look too bad. They had decent XG. They got a good start, but the head loss with the 2 red cards, shit red cards.
Oh, just so unnecessary.
The lack of creation from Jude Bellingham, struggles again from Arda. Mbappe or nothing really. He had a chance. He could have put them in, equalised for them. Dinked the effort onto the top of the net. But it's just like they're waiting for Mbappe to do. Think back literally a couple of weeks ago, Olympiacos away in the Champions League, 4-3.
Yeah.
All Mbappe goals. They got them over the line. Of recording this prior to the City game. It could get ugly because City are a really momentum-driven side, and they might just get going, and it could be a tough old watch.
Madrid's defensive woes in terms of injuries at the moment.
Yeah, the frailties are there.
City are up and going. It's hard to if Haaland doesn't score a hat trick, I'll be shocked. If City
yeah.
So this is I can't believe we're in this situation that he could already be gone. They're only 4 points behind. I know they're not playing good at all, but I feel like even Barca haven't looked that great this year. It's been weird, La Liga. I wouldn't really say there's been a standout team.
They've got 6 goals in the last 5 games in the league. Bad. This is all lottery league stats. 4 points behind Barca, only 1 win in the last 5. And draws to relegation Girona, mid-table Vallecano, and former relegation, now mid-table Celta. So it's not like that. It has been shit.
Oh, it's been horrible.
But I just can't see any solution by sacking the manager.
Yeah, exactly. Who would they even bring in?
Because
I haven't seen any rumors of another manager.
No.
Usually when Madrid are going to sack someone, you can already hear
there's someone there.
Someone is in line. But
who can they get? Young Madrid. So
I don't know why, but the first name that came to mind was Cesc Fabregas. But
same, but it's
literally,
impossible. To me, it was the first one. The other second one, I don't know if he's still there. Is Ancelotti's son still at Madrid? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised they go the Don Junior route and get, because he managed them 2 games last year. Is that because Xavi's the only manager available? And no way he's going to Madrid. So. Who can you go? Do they go and get Zidane back just to take over the end of the season?
Yeah.
He's the man who can manage some big names. Is that the route they go? I'm just at a loss to what they do.
Yeah, it's just bizarre what's happening. Like, it's been all year, it's been kind of sizzling away. There's been tension between players and he's always been under pressure for results, which is fair enough because he's the manager of Real Madrid. But it feels like every little bump, he's been the scapegoat. He's always the first one to blame.
Yep.
You've got, like, these are grown men. They're not fucking babies. Like, it's the same thing with Liverpool. Like, not all the blame's on Slot. So I like to see a bit more player accountability, to be honest, especially Vinny. Like, he's kind of, cracked the shits every time something hasn't gone his way. Yeah. And sort of blames it. We saw it in the El Clasico, just went storming straight off the pitch. Like, that's not going to help a dressing room. So, I just don't see how he gets sacked, but all the reports suggest if he loses, he's gone.
And honestly, even the ever consistent Valverde is probably one of his worst seasons of his career. Like, it's been.
Is he just completely knackered though?
It's a valid point. Is he just like, he's done 3 straight seasons of just playing every position that now he's just like, I'm done.
Like, even this year again, the injuries are happening.
He's gone back to right back.
Thrown around again. Like, combined 11, I was literally. Like, I don't have him centre mid.
That's the point we've gotten to. And they obviously lost. Oh my god, centre half. What's his name? Militao on the weekend.
Militao,
to another serious hamstring injury.
A bad one.
So you lose Militao. Hoysson's had 2 red cards this season. So he had that great start, got the 2 reds, and ever since has been all over the place.
Alaba's not there either.
I think Alaba's well past it now. Jude Bellingham's had a pretty mediocre season. Vinny's had a good season stats-wise, but on the pitch, it's
just been too much happening.
Yeah.
Even Rodrigo, like, what, it's 32 games, he hasn't scored?
No.
Like,
and I know he's off the bench, but even then, it's Rodrigo. He used to just be that guy, right? After the great start, Mastantuono and Guilherme, they've both fallen off. Both coincide with some injuries and stuff as well. But other than Kylian Mbappe, and that's Gonzalo Garcia, the backup centre forward, no one else has really produced for Madrid this season. That's a worry.
Yeah, it's a big worry.
But only 4 points off the top, which is
and Champions League, they're
in the automatic qualifications right now. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. To your point, they've put all the blame on Alonso, yet he's doing the best he can with an absolute misfit bunch of players. Like, let's be real. And if Ancelotti can't get the best of this crew, is anyone going to do it?
They lost also Luka Modric as well, which is a lot of experience. They have gone a bit younger with their squad. So I would love to see the hierarchy just back him a bit more. He did all that work, I'm sure, from when Leverkusen won the Invincible. Did they win? They treble that? Oh no, they were just short.
The double that year.
The double. Yeah. They lost in the Europa League final. I'm sure they did all the groundwork from 100%. So, and then now you want to get rid of him after a couple of average months. It's like, he's still very early in his management career.
Yes.
Like, he's a very young manager still. So I would love to see them persist with him. But they're just mental a bit. They're a bit mental. What some of them
Perez at the top. It's going to be a bit crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Honestly, if I wish I had I was hoping you had an answer in this to what the manager's going to be, because I came in with nothing, to be honest with you. I'd left it blank.
Because there's
nothing.
Why would you sack him? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, this is where we've been this season. This is where I guess Liverpool were over a last couple of days. Where okay, the sacking option's there, but who do you? There's no one to bring in. Cesc Fabregas is the heir to the throne,
but
you have to wait to the end of the season because Como have locked him up, and their squad's looking solid. So then they're going to let him go. Yeah. Again, we're probably in front of the domino effect of what Alonso was last year with now Fabregas this year. But it does mean clubs have to just hold serve a bit, which seems ridiculous that Madrid might go and sack one of the probably top 6 managers in the world.
Yeah, it's bizarre. He has been, shafted with the injuries as well. And, that doesn't help any team, any manager. So, I would love for managers at top clubs these days to get back to a little bit more, to be honest.
Give them a season at least.
As soon as 1 month doesn't go to plan, it's, let's just rip it all up and start all over. So.
It's a really dangerous time for Real because if they do rip it up, you've got this squad, which I wouldn't want to touch with a bar of soap, to be honest with you, because it is just feels toxic. It just feels...
It doesn't feel...
It just feels like... It was like a bunch of individuals in there. This is what I said at the start of the season. I thought they started to play like a team at the start of the year. That's sort of fallen away a little bit. But
they started off well. They were keeping clean sheets. I was really
impressed.
Defensively, they looked good. They looked much more organised behind the ball. They were sitting back a little bit, sort of absorbing a bit more pressure.
It felt like everyone had just agreed that Mbappe was the guy until Vinny decided to crack the shits.
Yeah, literally. That's when it all started.
That's sort of like the cannon moment that's just tipped it into...
That's basically... Mbappe started like Ballon d'Or shouts.
Yeah.
And then Vinny cracked it. And then it's kind of all just one thing happened after another, and then the hierarchy's like, we don't want to lose Vinny, and then it's just a weird. But if they go and beat Man City, this whole talk probably changes.
No, it's like Champions League,
an undermanned, backline gets it done against Haaland. It's
Valverde centre half, probably.
Like Tchouameni tops a 10 out of 10. So
massive game, huge game.
It's going to be in a week. We could be talking about a new Real Madrid manager.
Who?
That's what I mean. Who?
Lopetegui back, getting back in.
It would be the most Perez thing for him to just take over as interim.
Yeah, you can imagine him at some fucking smoking a cig and just like formation organising.
It's bizarre. It's bizarre that we're in this situation.
We also had another bizarre game on the weekend. Barcelona 5, Betis 3. Talk about classic Barca right now. They ship goals, but they score a shit ton as well. Like, this was a bit of a mental game. Anthony scored first. Varane then went and produced his Lewandowski impression. Made it a hat-trick in there. Rooney Bargi starting and on the score sheet in this one here. Lamine Yamal from the penalty spot, making it 5-1. Then at the end, Llorente and Cucho Hernandez pulling 2 back for a 5-3 loss. Since El Clasico, 6 straight wins for Barca. So that has literally been the event that has shaped La Liga's season, it feels like. El Clasico, Madrid win it. Madrid feel like they're on top of the world. Since then, I think they've won 2 out of 6.
Yep.
And Barca have won 6 straight. They've scored 22 goals in that time. Ferran, I think, has scored 6 in his last 5 games.
That guy's insane. I was trying to look at how many goals he's scored lately, but
I think that's the number I had in my head. He scored 3 from 5 shots in this game here. Pedri 2 assists in this game.
Yeah.
And they absolutely dominated the stats. 62% possession, 6 big chances created. But they did concede 2.51 XG. So talk about the history of the Barca.
That's Hansi Flick, isn't it?
It is Hansi Flick. We're going to score 5.
Hansi Flick's Barca. Yeah. 5-3.
Then they beat Frankfurt like the day we're recording this, but they were down 1-0 for a long period of that game.
To another highline goal.
And Koundé just had a career night to win that game for them. So this is the thing. Another case of, even in the case of Serie A, is anyone good this year? Is any team good? Other than Bayern and PSG, anyone good right now in world football? Because Madrid are pretty bad, but Barca are much better.
They just know how to score, man.
They score so many goals.
They score and they have done for 2 years now. No one knows how to defend against it. It's just that high line is, my God, it is something to watch. I mean, I love it. It's so entertaining. But if we're talking about winning the Champions League, the league's fine. They'll probably win that this year the way they're going if they keep playing this way. But over the Champions League, you have a look and it's like it feels very similar to last year where they might get to a semi against an Arsenal, a Bayern Munich maybe. Yeah. But like over one game, they just concede too many goals and that can ruin a leg.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean everyone loves it. It's so entertaining. It's just for them. It's just like they're so good. They should be playing in a Champions League final. They got so many good players. They just they miss Inigo Martinez.
It seriously do. And I honestly, that midfield is so injury prone that like we've seen in recent times, the shuffling in there has hurt them. But Rafinha coming back, Lewandowski's bagging.
Yeah.
Rooney Bargi's actually looking okay in recent weeks.
Rashford's been phenomenal.
We'll get onto a certain list later on. He's been a pickup for them. Yeah. And Lamine Yamal, similar to Vinny, he hasn't looked impressive, but the stats are just good. So it's like the only thing that fixed up is the back line. It's not the back line not being good enough. It's just the system that is
it's just the system.
And it's just this is such a weird connection, but this is a case of like Ange Postecoglou where like, can you just show us that you can play a bit of a pragmatic low block? Because you said it, Arsenal would be the Inter Milan of this season where, they're a hard matchup because they're so boring, pragmatic sideways and they have some like superstars up top. I can imagine Arsenal beating Barca like 2-0 because Saka gets in behind twice and then they sit in and they absorb all the Barca pressure, and then Barca don't make another Champions League final because Arsenal can sit in. And it just feels like maybe to beat an Arsenal or to beat these more structured units, you might have to be a little bit more structured yourself. Because you're right, they can cruise La Liga, it feels like, with how everyone's sort of self-imploding. Like Villarreal are the third best team in the league and we've seen the Champions League. My prediction's going down like a sack of shit, that one there. It just feels like, can we see something different from you? Like, can we see keep a clean sheet away from home? Maybe just once.
The argument against that is Hansi Flick's never lost a final before with this team. Well, in his career, with any team. So, he would say, no, my system works in the big games, which I guess it does. But again, it's a different team. They haven't reached that Champions League final yet. I look at the Madrid game where they kind of had to absorb a bit of pressure because they were getting battered and they should have been 4 or 5 goals down. And it's like, that's just not how they play.
Yeah.
They're not comfortable in that system. Madrid did well that game because they pressed them and then they couldn't get the ball out. But when Barca did actually get the ball forward and were in their own half, they looked bloody good. Like they scored with their first shot. I think it was Fermin that day. So I again, you're talking about tinkering it. It's like, why would you when they're so good the other way?
Yeah, it's true.
Like they're the best. They've been the best team going forward for 2 years, and they almost made a Champions League final
playing that way.
And they probably would have won it, maybe. Because anything can happen on
a final day. Anything. So they've scored 47 league goals this season.
How many have they conceded?
20, which is 5 more than Madrid, 5 more than Atletico Madrid, 7 more than Villarreal. Who, by the way, with a game in hand, if they win it, go 2 points off the top.
I know.
So maybe I got my prediction wrong. So I meant La Liga. They were going to push. Liga. It's
you had them quite high up in La Liga, though, no?
I think I had them in around. I like the squad. I just haven't got the Champions League. Fuck, no way. But I'm going to do a video about that probably around the Christmas time of like reacting to all my predictions, and none of them have landed. Nothing has landed this year at all. Arda Güler's having a honker. Villarreal having a stinker. Yeah, it's just like I look at this table. Atletico Madrid have been really poor, but they're still in and around.
Yeah, that's just like even against Bilbao, they chance,
mate. Atletico Madrid, if they'd just been good, they could have won.
If they
were
league. Anything like last year, they'd probably be like 5 points clear.
It's just unbelievable how when both teams are bad. And we didn't think both teams were bad. We thought they were going to run away those two teams. 90
I
points.
thought they'd be like invincible.
Yeah. The one time they're not good, Atletico Madrid aren't good either. Yeah, no. It's they keep an eye for the yellow submarine.
They're either all good or they're all shit.
Yeah.
That's basically what was
is what's basically happening here. But yeah, there you go.
There's not too much happening in La Liga.
No. It's
Valencia have gone back to being themselves. Same with Sevilla, just
Yeah.
near the bottom.
I'm looking at this table here. There's not.
Now,
Obviously, Elche and Getafe are the two.
I'm looking at Almeria. I don't know where they are, but I'm.
Let me have a squeeze here. Where's La Liga 2? Is that a thing?
Probably they lost their best striker to Sporting, so I think they're definitely struggling. Surely.
Oh, wait, I'm going to bottle this under pressure here. Spain.
They'll bottle it anyway. It doesn't matter. They could be top.
We're still waiting for this historic return of Almeria. They're in third place.
They're in third. Yeah, we know what happened last year. So
we've seen this story before.
We've seen this before.
We're still waiting for the
like when Leicester were competing for Champions League places and there'd be 5 match weeks to go and they'd drop out and finish like 7th.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that's basically that for La Liga. We'll have to touch on Villarreal next week. Knowing my luck, they'll probably lose on the weekend and they'll go 6 back at the big boys. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they win. They can make it interesting. We talk about Madrid. We talk about the City. The game that could end up sacking. ALONSO. It's meant to be saying that.
Yeah.
Madrid City combined 11. I thought this is a Champions League heritage game these days. They have played, I reckon, every single season the past 5 years.
In the group stage and in like a semi.
Football. They just seem to keep playing each other. 2 different teams these days, though. We're not getting the Vinny versus Walker matchups. We're getting
Vinny versus Mateus Nunes. That's all we're getting.
Yeah, it's the right back matchup in this game here. Boy, it's going to be something to behold.
I don't have fullbacks in my.
Get him going.
I didn't even bother.
I end up getting a 4-3-3 somehow.
I've got a 3-4-3.
Modern day football, we like.
Yeah, 3-4-3.
The Amarin system.
The Amarin way.
I'm going to start in my goalkeeper, my back 4.
Okay.
Donnarumma goes in goal for me. I've got against Thibaut.
Yeah.
This guy is the current holder of the trophy.
You can't lose.
Honestly, 2 best. Right, Alisson, unfortunately, he's dropped away.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2, aren't they?
These are the 2 big boys up there with obviously David Raya as well. But Donnarumma, I guess the last 18 months has probably been the better in this competition. Whereas if you look at, you talked to me 2 years ago, I'm saying Courtois owns this competition, but Donnarumma's taken the mantle. So he goes in goal for me.
Yep.
And by the way, some of the saves he made on the weekend versus Sunderland.
Nuts, man.
He's the antidote to Pep's chaos at the back.
Yep.
Left back is Alvaro Carreras for me. Well, he's available for this game here. I was really close to Nico Raleigh. I really like Nico Raleigh, but actually Alvaro's probably one of the few bright sparks for Madrid. Surprisingly enough, I've gone with a Josko Vardio and Ruben Diaz combination at the back. Maybe because there's so many injuries for Real Madrid.
No one else.
But even if Militao and Zalba and Huijsen were fit and available,
I don't think I'd pick them.
I'm going to 2 City centre halves, which is weird because they've also looked quite vulnerable. At the back.
You don't like Diaz as well. So.
I was saying, this hurt me. I was like, oh, fuck.
You were thinking, do I put Asensio in?
I'm going to put anyone else in. I did go Vardy.
I thought you were going to put a washed Rudiger in. He's been out with a hammy all year.
Germany taxing him. But yeah, that hurt me to say it. But they've been actually solid this year. And then I did go Fede Valverde right back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Which, you know what? There is no right backs available and he's probably going to play there. But also, I couldn't fit him in midfield even if I tried. I don't think he's been good enough this year because I have a high standard of him. I don't think I could have put him in the side in midfield. He's had a really tough year. So I've got him at right back. That's my back 4 in goal.
That's a very good back 4. The only change I've got Courtois in goal.
Yep.
Reason being, he will always haunt me. Being a Liverpool fan,
valid enough.
Even this year, he made like 14 saves that game, I think, and he's been the pinnacle of goalkeepers for God knows how long. So, but Donnarumma is literally on par, so you can't really lose. And then my back 3 is Diaz, Gvardio, and Carreras.
Okay, let's set it back.
I didn't know if he was because obviously got the red card. If that carried over, I literally had Asensio and Rudiger next to him. I've got their names, so I was picking just fucking random. So
we're talking about 2 teams that don't defend quite well this season. So
focus
on this area of the park.
Just the keepers, the attackers. Our keepers are carrying this team.
Just bail these 2 teams out. My midfield trio. This is one of the worst we've had probably in a few years. I've got Aurelian Tchouameni. It's had a solid off season for them. Wouldn't be surprised if he plays centre half in this game here, to be honest. With the way they might have to tinker. I've gone Nico Gonzalez, who yet to really truly live up to expectations for me. I have pretty high expectations of him. I haven't seen the best of him yet, but he's developing. And I have got young Philip Foden at the 10, just to make space for a few more attackers up top. Obviously, Foden is on for probably, if City win the league, he probably wins Player of the Season for the looks of it.
Yeah.
The way he's single-handedly turned his side around. Tchouameni's been a very solid figure for Madrid this season. Nico Gonzalez, I guess, the only midfielder that's played every game for City. Because Bernardo Silva, Rodri injuries. Yeah. It's just gone Nico Gonzalez. And so that's my 3.
That's fair enough. I don't know whether to cause absolute chaos and just fuck the backline over or actually have some balance with this team.
Do what you want, mate. You do what you want.
Fuck it. So I'm going to go Foden off the right.
Okay.
Just to kind of fit him in because I think he's been unbelievable this year. That'll mean I'll move Valverde to the middle with Tchouameni.
Okay. Yep.
I was going to put Nico Gonzalez, but because I'm just abandoning the defence, we're not going to do that. Yep. And then I was going to have O'Reilly, but instead I'll put in Doku because I think he's been good as well. So we are going all out attack pretty much. Yep. This team's going to lose 6-0 in 30 minutes. There's no one's running back. It's the back 3 against like 6 of your players.
And Alvaro will be like a left wing back secondary will be overlapping as well. 2 centre halves take on the rest. All right, my front 3 is fucking disgusting. I've got Mbappe at the left, Haaland in the middle, and Doku had to force him, shoehorn him in on the right. Yeah. Man, an El Clasico combined 11 probably edges it. Maybe a Bayern, Barca, or PSG. Yeah. But there's not many combined 11. You can make a better front line, I think. Because Doku's finally delivering on the promises we've had all these years. That front 3 is disgusting.
Yeah, that's a very
Haaland, Mbappe, Doku for me.
My front 3 is Vinny, Haaland, Mbappe.
Probably just better, isn't it?
But like... Who's playing? Like, where is Vinny playing? Because he'll crack the shits if he's not playing off the left. So we're gonna have to try and
Vinny in the pocket, maybe behind.
Or if he's on the, we'll keep him close to the changing room side, so that he can go straight off, like to the changing room.
Depends on side you're kicking first half. Yeah.
So my combined 11 has like 7 attackers,
and a Thibaut.
I got 2 centre backs. I got a flying fullback. I got 2 forwards playing as wing backs. I guess Valverde and Tchouameni can hold. And then a front 3 that will not press at all.
No defensive work done whatsoever.
And the manager is...
the manager. Pep Guardiola.
I'm going Alonso. He can deal with this shit. So.
He's doing enough shit to see.
Yeah, exactly. He can deal with my absolute chaos of a team.
Abomination of a starting 11. Prediction for this game? Tonight, massive for both teams.
Massive for both teams, yeah.
Because both are in the top 8 now. There was one out. I have to double check. But this game basically...
Madrid are in there, right?
Madrid are 6th. Yeah. City have dropped to 12th because I haven't played, obviously.
That's a big, big game.
2 points separate these 2 sides. City win, they go in. Real Madrid lose, they could drop out of the top 8.
Oh, this is a tough one, you know.
It's a really tough matchup.
Well, I'm going to state the obvious. There's not a chance the team's keeping a clean sheet in this.
Thanks, mate. That's an obvious.
I feel like Michael Owen right now. I'm going to go for a classic.
A classic, an all-timer.
I'm going to go 3-3.
Oh, 3-3.
I think there'll be goals. I think there'll be serious goals.
Under the roof.
Yeah.
At the Bernabeu, 3-3. Well, I predicted 3-1. I'm going to stay with that to City.
Ooh.
I think Pep hates Madrid as well. Yeah. I think he rocks up to the Bernabeu and breaks hearts. Ooh. I think Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva run right in this game. I reckon they run rampant in this game. Phil Foden has never stood up in a big European tie, I feel like. That might be really uneducated of me to say that, but I feel like he's never really.
I remember he scored a banger at Real Madrid though.
He did, didn't he? When they wore that fucking ugly kit. Okay. Yeah. He normally for me doesn't stand up in big European nights.
That's a moment.
I think he's in for a generational game here. I think we're gonna remember this as a Phil Foden game. I think City win at 3-1 away from home. I think they concede first and they score 3 on the bounce. And another plot twist, I don't think Haaland scores a goal.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think it's all done by Ryan Cherky.
Fair enough.
Doku and Foden.
Damn, he's a baller. Does your result mean Alonso goes?
Well, in my mind, no, but in Florentino's mind, I think if he gets battered the way I think they might get
Oh, if
battered,
he gets battered,
I think he's gone.
I
think City do a number on Madrid here. I really do. There's a weird thing about City this season. They're not good, but they are very good.
Yeah, it's weird. You can say that about a lot of teams at the moment, I feel like.
I think Arsenal, Bayern and PSG, even PSG.
Yeah, they look a bit shaky lately.
Like, probably Bayern and Arsenal, the only teams I think I can say they're good this year. The rest is like, do we trust it? And I don't really trust either of these two teams, but I trust City a little bit more. Just a tiny bit.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But yeah, goals galore. At least we're going to get goals galore.
So basically, my combined 11 is just absurd. And as my score prediction as well. It's just mental.
We've been waiting too long. You want mental this time you've been away. You have to say something ridiculous on the comeback.
Hey, it's the festive period. I'm just hoping for good games of football these days.
He's just going to park up and enjoy a game of football.
I have to watch my boring team play, so I need something.
Hey, you guys aren't boring. You had a fair share of 3 threes in your time.
That's true, yeah.
Let's head to the best league in the world. I don't want to hear any other statements about it. Syria. Limbs, chaos, title races, and shirtless fans. That's what I'm going to wrap it up. We start at the top with the big game from the weekend. Napoli getting the victory over Juve. 7 straight victories over Juve, which just says the sign of the times, isn't it? Who would have thought we'd be saying in 2025 that Spalletti's coaching Juve and Conte's coaching Napoli?
Imagine saying that.
If you told me that in 2018, then you'd say, what?
Yeah, I'd say, what planet are we living on?
Who's gone where? But it was a HOJLUND masterclass, just to add more salt into my wounds. They're playing Mason Mount as a striker right now. Rasmus HOJLUND double. Didn't know much about the second goal. Yeah, no. It was hit him.
Just hit him.
And it went in.
But, hey, that's striker's luck.
A goal's a goal.
Yeah, when you're in that kind of form, just crazy shit happens.
I think looking at McTominay 2.0, man, he might win MVP of the season.
So he's going to rock up in the Ballon d'Or with like a suit, slick back hair.
Yeah, tan
like
as well.
Fucking Rolex watch. Like
no more extra on his no more like acne in his face. It would be nice and clear. A generation to run here from him. But yeah, what a game from Napoli. Yildiz pulled one back and then got pulled off the pitch, which is the strangest call I've seen ever. It was an individual piece of brilliance to score from that tight angle. Talk about solo. He has been the only man who can hold his head high this season for Juve. It's another loss for Juve. They had a mini 5-game unbeaten run, which they drew 3 games, but it was a 5-game unbeaten run under Spalletti. They created 0.29 XG in this game here. Not a single highlight from their first half.
Yeah, no. It's all
Napoli had the ball basically camped in the Juve half. And if it was for a different manager other than Conte, they probably would have whacked 6. But, Conte's very slow, steady build-up play.
It's the classic Conte.
It really
scoreline.
It was just like grind the game out, have 2 good moments, and that's your result. HOJLUND or double, obviously. I think he takes his total to 9 in the season, so solid enough for Rasmus HOJLUND. And I thought David Neres.
Yeah,
this was like
first goal was amazing.
This is a David Neres standout performance. Same time last year, I was talking about him playing, his importance, and then he went injured, and I thought that could be the end of their title run, but they held on, whatever. Yep. But him starting was like Noah Lang and Rasmus HOJLUND. KDB out, allowing McTominay to roam. They had no Lobotka in this game here. Elmas took over in midfield. Yep. No Anguissa. So there's a few changes.
They missed a lot. Imagine that core missing last year. Jesus.
Different story.
It would have been, was it Verona, the first game, where they got pumped and Di Lorenzo was running through Porridge.
Yeah, and we thought it was all over for them. We thought the career of Conte at Napoli was going to be all over. But no, what a game. Spalletti, I thought, probably out-coached on the day.
Oh, big time, yeah.
Unless his players just didn't show up, because I couldn't really... They didn't look like any...
A bit of both, wasn't it?
Want to play. Like, they didn't want to play.
Yeah, no.
They didn't want to go out there and express himself. Conceição and Yildiz again tried the odd stuff, but just same old Juve.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's in charge, really. They play the same way.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so boring, and then there was a couple of sort of weeks where you thought they're changing under Igor Tudor. Like they kind of, I think it was the Milan game, but it was quite exciting. Yep. Yildiz was going off, and they won that one, and I think there might have been a Champions League game in there, I think.
4-4 versus Dortmund.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So they were like maybe having a little bit of identity about them, a little bit of attacking sort of output. And now it's just back to like, if they didn't have Yildiz, this would be the most dead club in world football.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's nothing really going through the ranks. We can sit here and talk about Bremer and Gatti and Kalulu, but let's be honest, you don't want to be, going through your club and you're talking about your defenders. You want to be talking about your forward players and your manager.
Yeah.
But that club, I have no idea what they're doing. They're just hiring managers for the sake of it. They're sacking managers as soon as it goes a little bit sour. It's like it's genuinely embarrassing what Juve's become, because they're a massive club.
Yeah, huge.
They are a powerhouse, and they're like, bro, if Juve were in England and had the English sort of media on them, my God.
Whoa.
Like, you think United's bad?
Yeah.
Like, it'd be 10,000 times worse, I reckon, because United have been shit, but Juve, I think, are 10 times worse than United have ever been at the moment.
And it's a league which they ran for so many years. They
won it like, what, 10 times in a row?
The
2000s? 12 times in a row or something?
There has not been a winner outside of, I guess, Juve and Milan. AC and Juve ran this thing, and Milan had their poor years out back in the same time that Juventus has stayed down. So, I think they mentioned it's like 6 managers. I think they mentioned 7 years. Something. It's unbelievable how many managers they've gone through. Once again, another modern football case of it's not the manager's fault all the time. How it's run, who they spend their money on. You're limited by your money because of what you've done in the past, and you're spending on players like Openda and Jonathan David and this rubbish. When you've got Dusan Vlahovic there, who I think is probably a top 5 striker in the world, but he's playing.
He's actually been pretty good this year,
But you still got to play that Locatelli in midfield, and I think Locatelli is the epitomises Juventus right now. In all these big games, he just plays like shit. Yeah, like he is just so shit.
He is living off that Euros.
He is
big time.
He honestly is. I just keep thinking, this guy's the captain of this side in the centre of the park. When you got teams like Inter, who have Kalinoglu, Zielinski, Susic in the midfield. AC now have bloody Rabiot and Luka Modric running the game. McTominay, Anguissa, and you got Locatelli.
Yeah,
like no wonder you're 7th in the league. Nico Paz for Como. Like there's levels to this game. You spend all this money on average, and you still haven't replaced the midfield.
They've gotten every single thing wrong you could get at a football club, from transfers to managers they've hired, to sacking managers too early, to like just finances. Like they've been in the shit for like 5 years. It feels like maybe even longer. Like, ever since Ronaldo came, and not blaming Ronaldo, because I think they still won the league with him, and his actual numbers were nuts.
Yeah, it was
in Serie A, so he was crazy. But it feels like ever since he left, they've just been run so poorly. Like there are fans that could run that club better than whoever's the hierarchy is. So. And you mentioned like Calhanoglu as well with the whole Locatelli comparison. That's a guy that wanted to leave in the summer. Look at how he's playing.
Yeah.
Look at how the captain of Juventus is playing. It's just...
I honestly think that for me, watching that game on the weekend was once again proof to me that Locatelli's good in his day. And I always make a point to mention it because I'm like, fuck, you play well. When they play well, and he's like, when they're winning, he's normally a little bit more involved. But if that's your captain, if that's your your centerpiece of your football club, and how poor he is on the football, and how he drops his head and makes poor challenges, that's your leader. No wonder you're sitting in 7th. And especially in the league where you can get away with having slower, older midfielders, Luka Modric, Calhanoglu, Mkhitaryan. Even look at Roma and their midfield, Cristante, and like they're older, they're slower.
Napoli's midfield's not young.
No.
McTominay's in his prime, but Lobotka's,
they're on a bit, right? Kone for Roma as well. Like, there's a lot of quality in Serie A midfields. And you come across here and you're playing Weston McKennie at right wing back at times, left wing back. It's square pegs and round holes again for you, and I'm thinking like, instead of spending all the money you do on Jonathan David, instead of continuing to buy mediocre attackers like Zagrova from Lille, why don't you replace the midfielder with Calhanoglu, you want it out, bring him into midfield, get a younger midfielder in as well, pair them up. Like Thuram's done a good job, but asking a lot of a young kid to run the midfield in one of the biggest clubs in the world, let alone in Italy. So I just think that for me, that is that's your point to fix. Fix the heartbeat of your team. Fix the middle.
Yeah.
And please just when Vlahovic is available, just start Vlahovic. Don't stop pissing around. With this front line.
Could you make the argument that they've tried because they brought in Douglas Luiz when a manager wasn't even hired? I think, and Motta didn't want him.
Yeah,
he didn't want him there.
Clearly.
They brought in Coop Miners, 60 million. And
right back on the weekend.
He was playing right. I was like, there's no way Coop Miners was doing a slide tackle in I was like, no way, but he was. So you can say they have tried.
Try and think about that.
But I thought Coop Miners at the time was a great signing. Is that more of a changing of the manager's thing? Again, I'm picking up scraps here because at the end of the day, he's used to the league. He had a great year at Atalanta. That's why he got the move.
Yep.
He's just gone to shit. But Douglas Luiz, you spent a good amount of money on him when you didn't even have a manager. So they've tried, but they've just fucked the whole thing up because they've just the timing of the moves has been shit. Why would you sign Douglas Luiz with no manager?
It's that, and then I mentioned this. Oh God, it would have been almost going back a year ago now. I think I mentioned it to you. We're getting to a point now where players won't want to come to Juventus.
Oof.
Kenan Yildiz right now. If I'm Kenan Yildiz, I'm thinking get me to Spain, get me to I don't know England, get me out of here because I'm too good for this shit. I'm better than this.
Oh, he's miles better.
And when I watched that, I remember one of the last live streams I did, the Como game. He got play off the park.
Yeah.
And Paul, even I don't mind Conceição. I think he's a sort of spark plug type
he's tidy.
Player. Yeah, look, you chuck him in a good team and he'll look unbelievable, won't get involved as much. But I think players like Conceição, players like Yildiz, definitely if you're Vlahovic, even likes now of Gutsy, you'd be thinking can I just go?
Yeah.
I don't want to be here because when we're not going anywhere, we're not progressing anything. And again, you mirror back to Manchester United, you might need a Bruno Fernandes type player or someone who's a Yildiz. You can say, I might sacrifice my career here, but I'm going to try and do something with this team. I just don't see anyone in that 11 right now wanting to tough this out because this is going to be a long, long rebuild.
Oh, massive, bro.
And if you're smart, you have to keep Spalletti. I think he's one of the best in Italy they've got. Because again, there's always that talk about all the Italian managers or Italian league managers stay in the Serie A. They just sort of bounce around between clubs.
They do.
Out of who's left, obviously, Gasperini's the one for me, but Spalletti for me, I always rated quite highly. It was a shame when he went to Italy because Italy really, really pragmatic, really defensive on the national stage. I always thought he had quite a good attacking output to his style of football. Juve need that desperately, and he's won stuff, and he's won the Scudetto. Keep him there and build. You got to build from the base. You got to clear it out, basically. I don't see.
I got to be honest. I don't think he lasts. I don't think he's there next year.
Which is stupid, right?
It's stupid. It's just bizarre. There's 4 or 5 players at that club that aren't Deadwood.
Yeah.
I think Locatelli, I'm not comparing him to Thomas Muller, but they need to do what Bayern did with Thomas Muller.
Yeah.
Just
get him gone.
Not cut this sentimental bullshit out. He's past his peak. Bayern had to move in a different direction, go younger with this squad. Look what they've got, that 17-year-old now playing in Thomas Muller's position. Look at how nuts he is.
Superstar.
He wouldn't be getting that chance if Thomas Muller was still there.
Yeah.
They need to make some massive calls, similar to what Motta did with Szczesny, where he literally terminated his contract and said, "You're not my keeper."
Yeah.
They need to do the same with 3/4 of the squad.
Everyone, man.
But they're not going to, because when was the last time they made a smart decision?
Whenever Conte left.
Bringing in Ronaldo?
Yeah.
You know?
It just, even that team, it probably set them back 5 years. Because we had Bonucci, Chiellini, Buffon,
you had Pjanic,
Ronaldo, Pjanic.
You know, fuck.
That
was a good team though, man.
Oh, it's a streets team. You go back on the FIFA back in the day and you look at that team.
You're like, Juve's team was good, wasn't it? I'm going to pick them.
Yeah. But you're playing with your Douglas Costa, Pjanic, Quadrado, proper Serie A older ballers. But I guess one line of Napoli, 3 straight wins against Roma, Juve, and Atalanta.
Yeah.
Tick, tick, tick for them.
Massive
After,
tick.
I think it was 3 weeks where they didn't get a win.
Yeah, no, they struggled there.
They've just gone back on track and they're equal top now. So, and shout out Milan, who won the Monday night game as well. They're top as well. They had a clip up of the Milan commentator. He's back again now.
He's back.
2-0 down. I love that man. He's unbelievable. I need to get him on.
That's why it's the best league. It honestly, it's it's
an unbelievable league. Talk about unbelievable league. Yeah, I can never say his team right. Cagliari. Cagliari. They beat Roma 1-0. Gaetano gets the winner. The poor guy got concussed because they all jumped on him for the celebrations. The guy gets up and he's like holding his head because they were just piled on him. What a moment for them, by the way. I think they took someone to penalties in the Italian Cup as well midweek. So they've had a good little run of form. They seem to always be the team that takes it to the big boys. But a big win over Roma. Now back-to-back 1-0 losses for Roma as well.
Yeah.
What is the stat here? They conceded 8 goals all year. They've lost 5 games.
Yeah, that's fucking bizarre, that.
For a Gasperini-led side, I'm waiting to see them just kick into gear. They have not kicked into gear this season. It's mental.
Will they kick into gear this season? It feels very... I don't like they can't win it. I think.
You don't think they can win it?
No, I think it's between the top 3. I think Milan, Napoli, and Inter. More so Napoli and Inter because they've sort of been there, done it.
Yeah.
I think Milan at the moment are riding their luck a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think Roma. I feel like this was very Gasperini with Atalanta as well. They always lost the game you wouldn't expect.
Yeah. But they would score goals.
Yes, that is true. I'm looking at it. 15 goals scored.
They score basically a goal a game, but they've lost 5, conceding 8 goals.
8 goals. Correct. You look at the top teams. Like Inter scored 32.
We're going to get onto them. They're a powerhouse.
Even Milan and Napoli have scored 22. So, and they've only conceded a couple more. So, yeah, I can't. They'll finish top 4, I think, unless Bologna do what they can always do.
Yeah.
You know, Como. I know they had a bad loss, but still they're hanging about. I think they'll comfortably finish probably 4th or 3rd, but I can't see them long-term staying with the top 3.
I do think that the defensive style of football can continue because they've got some of the best back 5, back 7 almost. You've always put Cristante and Koné as part of the back line. They sit so deep at times.
I like their keeper's good.
Villa again.
Villa, he's very,
man of the
very
match
good.
once again.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
They created 0.3 XG. On a weekend of big stats that I was finding it, they only created 0.3 XG. Didn't have much to talk about first half. The odd pop shot second half. Yeah. But then once the red card, they just sort of... Yeah. It was inevitability.
It was coming, wasn't it? They were sort of banging on the door.
It's a different story, though, if they keep the clean sheet and draw 0-0. I think it was something you flip it on its head and think, okay, another game where they haven't been great. Yes, they haven't won, but with 10 men to get the clean sheet against an informed Cagliari, that maybe gives them some confidence. But you've got Evan Ferguson, you've got Dovbyk.
Yeah, Dovbyk's
not been he's apparently on the way out again. They think he's going to go.
He's just not.
Pellegrini, El Shaarawy, you got some and Dybala as well.
Sorry to interrupt. Their next games are massive. So they got Como at home, and they got Juve away.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what they're all about next 2 weeks.
We'll see. You know, just before Christmas, whether they're.
What time's the game on the weekend?
So they play Tuesday against Como. They play Sunday against Juventus.
At a reasonable hour?
3:45.
I'm waiting to go another Serie A live stream. There's nothing good on this weekend, so I have to wait. In due course. But yeah,
massive. We'll know.
We'll know, won't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll know.
I'm still big on them.
Still big on them?
I like the 11. I think the players are really, really good.
I'm worried about the striker position.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
And consistency.
I think I'm more on them than Milan in terms of consistency because they've conceded 8 goals. They've conceded 8 goals in 14 games now. I think
conceding 8 and losing 5 is bizarre.
That's what I'm saying. All they need to do is just find a goal from someone other than Sole up top. Anyone else scores a goal, they scored 2 in a game then because he's on fire this season, the kid. If anyone else can contribute, all of a sudden they string together a few good games. They've really struggled versus the big boys, which is a problem. I think that's the big problem for me. Striker and beating the teams around them. Because they have beaten up on the teams that below them or grind out results. But you think back to the Inter Milan game, I think they got beaten by Bologna as well, if I'm not mistaken. Or one of those Como Bologna, they wouldn't have been Como, they're coming up. So it must be Bologna, they dropped some points as well. It's about those teams around them, they need to be better.
Yeah. Again, even just get draws. But
it's just a shame that Gasperini's system hasn't correlated to this side.
It's mental, the fact that striker's one of their main issues, considering what he did at Atalanta with their strikers. Like, Scamacca would turn into a fucking world beater. De Ketelaere, Lookman, like they were a very, very dangerous front three. And like, Dovbyk should be like, I think you had him as like, was it
someone to watch this year?
One to watch, yeah. Like, that was a good shout. And he's fallen off a cliff.
And look, Savinho hasn't been amazing, but he's shown signs.
You can see the same player.
I've not seen that. But Dobbik's first touch, honestly, is diabolical. His first touch is so bad. And Evan Ferguson just hasn't got going.
That's just a tough way. It's just tough watching him now. It'd
honestly be better with putting Lorenzo Pellegrini up top at this current point in time.
And literally Mikel Merino vibes.
Yeah, honestly, you just need to find a 10 that can score a few goals, whack him up top, because you have Matthias Solé nearby, you have Dybala nearby, you got creation. Did I just try and get Lookman?
I mean, even Lookman at Atalanta hasn't been.
But Atalanta's top 6 of Champions League right now as well.
I mean, they formed again the 1-0 to Milan they lost. Yeah. 1-0 to Inter. So like, it's just
they just lose games 1-0.
They just lose games 1-0. Yeah. And then even when they win games, like 1-0, 2-1, like they're not. So it's
2 wins in the last 5.
Yeah,
they're in 4, but only 4 points behind Milan. And considering how volatile the top half is, they're not out of it yet. For me,
they've lost 1-0 to Inter, 1-0 to Milan, 1-0 to Napoli.
There you go.
It's fine margins. But that's the difference between top 4 and challenging for it, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
well, if they win all those games 1-0, they'll probably be champions because they're that far ahead by now. Probably that's a 9-point swing.
Yeah.
And they go 5 clear.
Probably it's
one of the best defensive records in the world.
We don't really see many sort of like comebacks in Syria overturned.
No.
So like, you don't really, once a team gets ahead, they usually stay there.
Yeah.
So
again, it's the most high scoring league, but it makes every goal monumental.
Yeah, that's why there's flares going off and shit.
That's
why players are getting concussed. Yeah.
Celebrating goals, man. Because the goal's a goal. They gave a massive result. They pushed themselves away from the drop. And then we come to the second big game. Almost calls it the Preston Derby on the weekend. Inter SACKED on Como at the San Siro. This was the most classical Inter Milan performance I think I've seen. They continue to just draw me in every single time I question them. Obviously now they got to lose midweek to Liverpool, but this was counter-attack, pressing. I think it was the third goal. They had a 4v1 press up the pitch to win the ball back to feed Kalinoglu, who scored an outside of the box goal. Like, that's just Inter to a T.
Yeah.
The first goal as well, it's Lautaro to Luis Enrique, back to Lautaro on the break, 1-0. And Como really didn't have much to talk about. They had a really good 10-minute spell after half-time, but it was just long shots from like Nico Paz and company. So it was a bit of a welcome to the big leagues type game in terms of Inter just said, you guys aren't ready for prime time yet.
Yeah.
And you could see Fabregas pulled 3 players at half-time. He dragged all 3.
I thought was brilliant.
I like because they instantly became
Did you see him on the touchline running? Like,
he was up the pitch with him.
I was like, that's actually Fabregas running.
Yeah.
Like,
he wanted the fucking return pass. He wanted to get the little 1-2.
You want a little bounce. Bounce and go.
I can't be holders against Fabregas. I honestly reckon it's just because
it's just a different
the players are just not ready for this yet. You got young players like Asen Diao and the other kid that started for them on the left. You got those kids.
They have literal kids starting.
Yeah,
Like,
Nico Paz, like 19 years old.
Like.
Yeah. Diego Carlos, Mr. Injury Pro, like not used to big games. So like you got a lot, and Morata went down injured in the first half. So it really was the kids versus the veterans, and I think it really showed in that game.
Yeah.
So I'm not worried about Como. They stayed top 7.
Yeah, no, I think they're 6th. I just had a look.
Yeah.
They're only like 3 points off Roma in 4th or something like that.
It's just so tight up there.
So yeah, they've been brilliant so far, Como.
But I guess it's all about Inter in this game. It's the talking point, right? 4-0 win. They've scored now. Okay, let me get all the stats out. 32 goals this season, a plus 19 goal difference, which is 8 better than all their direct rivals. In this game here, the stats show it. 42% possession, so that's Fabregas football, ball retention. But they made 6 big chances versus 1 for Como, and Como only had the 1 XG. Other than the 1-0 loss to Milan, that has basically been a really, really solid last 10 games for Inter.
Very solid.
So slow start, got going, mini blip versus Milan, which I think now is just normal for some reason.
Yeah, Milan just know.
They just beat them every time.
Just
it's just ridiculous.
And I think that was the game where Inter like battered them.
Yeah.
And Milan had one shot and scored. So.
So it really has been that 1-0 blip in the start of the season, and they're only a couple points back now. 1 point back of Milan and Napoli in third place.
They're in a great run of form.
Champions League's been unfortunate. They were literally hadn't conceded a goal, and now have conceded 3 in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
they should still finish top 8 for me.
They should, yeah.
So they're just if they're a horse race, they're just sitting behind the leaders nicely.
Exactly, yeah, just nicely going about their business.
I tell you what, I was really, really critical on the manager at the start of the season. He's got me on side. He really has. He's convinced me. He's got Luis Enrique playing as a wing back now. I don't mind that. That was not my bingo card this year. To be fair, yeah. He's finding a way to get the likes of Esposito and Boni involved, despite Thuram and Lautaro doing their thing. Got Kalinoglu playing like vintage Kalinoglu. Barella's still doing his thing. Zielinski's been a great introduction over Mkhitaryan in midfield.
Yep.
Akanji hasn't missed a game.
That's a good sign in that.
Actually, he was a big miss after he was injured last night in the Champions League, but he's been good.
Yeah.
We know about Bastoni, so it's just you go again. It literally is you go again.
It's been great man management from him. What happened over the summer with the whole Inzaghi exit and like the kind of
Club World Cup was
nightmares from the Champions League. To start the season off slow and then get going. I think that's really good management from him. So.
Do you have them as 1A though, or do you have Napoli 1A or Milan 1A?
I'd put Milan third.
Okay.
In the race. This is hard.
What's your power ranking top 3? What is it?
On the spot. I'm gonna go Napoli 1 into 2.
Okay.
Milan 3.
Okay.
Milan 3 just because. Again, they're just they're not proven in this territory. They've been a bit lucky as of late, and then there's not really anything splitting Napoli and Inter. I don't think. Just the odd injury here and there. I think it'll go down to the wire again.
I think it'll go down to the wire, but I think I have Inter above them. I think I've been convinced by Inter again.
Yeah,
especially the man management and the depth. They've got backup double striker combination.
That's why I said Napoli, because they had a few players out and they still looked just as impressive, but against a essentially training cone. So
well, yeah, they weren't there. It was what did the commentator say? He thought it was Udinese, not Juve. I'm like, holy shit! Talk about starting a war. I was like, okay, fair enough, but yeah. But I just Esposito's been good recently off the bench. Boni had that good little run sort of 2 months ago.
He scored like 4 goals in 2 games or something, yeah.
I really like Zielinski this season.
I think Kalinoglu's been fucking... This might be his best year.
It's probably a career year for Kalinoglu. Barella hasn't actually got going yet this season, but we know how good Barella is. And they've got Bastoni. They've got Summer. They got that keeper back up Martinez as well.
They've got a bit of depth now.
And Carlos Augusto's looking better.
Yep.
And if they can get Enrique playing as consistent as he has the last 2 games as a wing back, all of a sudden you go from the defensive team to the attacking team. They already are the attacking team, 32 goals in 14 games. I really like what they've put together here. And I'm convinced by this manager now. The manager's got me on board. I'm all of a sudden...
So we're doing top 10 managers next week.
And he's in number 4.
He might be in there, man. He's fucking coaching.
Well, Lonzo might not have a job, so he might just drop out of the list. I really like what they're doing out there. They're looking... every year they do this to me.
Honestly, I hate them.
They tease me.
I hate them. They've done it for the past 3 years. We've been fucking talking about it.
Well, they're going to Saudi for the Super Coppa thing next week. I think that starts.
Yeah.
If they can beat Milan and that, I'm assuming Milan's going there. I don't know. Bologna must have taken their spot. But if they go and win that in a big competition against tight games in a hot environment, I might be back on board fully with them.
Yeah.
Because even their Champions League top 8 could win as well.
Yeah, I can't split them. Napoli, it's just so hard.
I just think of second season Conte too much.
Yeah,
I just don't
have
trust
struggled
it.
in Europe.
Yeah.
So. Also, as well, I think Inter will go further than Napoli.
That's a good point.
So
how do the legs go again? Do the legs just fall off?
Completely like just
because they fell off dramatically the last sort of 2 games of the 3 games of the league, and obviously the Champions League final. That was no legs at all.
But they have a bit more squad depth this year, I'd say.
And they are rotating.
Yeah, and they are a little younger, like the players that they're sort of bringing in.
Yeah.
So it's made, it's good. It's good.
It's good.
And we hope Milan are there as well. Like, I would love Milan to be there on the final day with a chance to win it. Knowing them they'll lose 2-1 to Cremonese.
Well, that's the thing with it. I just... this is like Napoli last year. I wasn't on the bandwagon until it was like probably too late to be on the bandwagon. I wasn't convinced, and I'm not going to be convinced by Milan until...
I wasn't convinced. I didn't have Conte in my top 10 managers.
Getting going, mate. Getting going. I don't know. It's Milan, isn't it? It's just...
We've come to know Milan, just a team that you expect to just stuff it all up.
Yeah. So, just the cock block.
They'll have a good cup run.
Yeah, they'll win a Super Cup or something. Yeah.
But they need to prove it first.
Yeah.
So
still love that. That's a Serie A midfield, by the way.
Oh,
with Rabiot in there alongside Modric. Oh, yes.
That fucking Rabiot goal was crazy.
He was made for the Serie A. I don't know how.
Yeah,
why he is
a Serie A body midfielder. The way he plays,
he's Serie A to a T.
Yeah,
you better take him back in a heartbeat. Quickly to Germany. Leipzig 6-0. They've had 3 6-0 games this year. 1-2, lost 1. They're second in the league. This was the Diamande Masterclass. Diamande, welcome to the world. Diamande, next superstar. Diamande makes my top 10 wingers list. This is what this was. Now you caught my attention. I'm not going to let you go, brother. It was a great game from him. Hat-trick from him. Yeah. And Chris Baumgartner, 1 goal, 2 assists. 100% ground duels won. This guy's just like...
Talk about an underrated player.
I'm about to say, like, heritage Bundesliga at this point.
He's a name that's sort of, you know about if you watch the Bundesliga. But like, he's nice.
Alright.
He's nice, you know.
You think,
he plays for Leipzig. He must be half decent at football, you know.
Yeah.
He's actually quality, man.
He's had a hell of a season. He was a standout. The comments that I mentioned, I just thought I mentioned it. It was like Leipzig of old, just random youngsters I've never heard about.
Yeah.
The striker scored his first goal. What was his name? Harder?
Harder.
Yeah. Some bit of a Haaland regen there. They've got this Diamande, Nusa playing good football as well.
They just need Odgaard, and then they've got fucking...
And then you've got the squad, mate.
The Norway fucking regions.
3.77 XG off 50% possession. They just counter-attack deluxe in this game here. And it's good to see Leipzig back at their best.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Yeah. No Xavi Simons, no Sesko, no Roy.
I'm happy with my predictions so far. I had them third.
It's worked out so well for you.
They're just that kind of club that...
They're never gone up.
They always find a way to rebuild with youngsters.
Yeah.
Which, like, is a good thing to do, but you'd think they'd finish like kind of 6th, 7th, maybe even the odd year where they get Champions League football. But the managers turned it around big time.
Yep.
Start of the year, it looked very shaky.
6-0.
6-0, yeah. And we're like,
I'll be worried.
Could be under a bit of pressure. It's looking like a relegation battle.
Yeah.
And then, I think what was it? No, not Leverkusen. I'm thinking of Frankfurt. But they had a couple of, I think it was 1-0s.
Yeah.
They go away to like Augsburg and Mainz, maybe.
It was
one of them.
Mainz, yeah.
Mainz, they won like 1-0. I think Bakayoko might have scored. And then, from then on, they've just kind of been on a roll.
It's kitchen to gear.
Bakayoko's looked good off the right. I think he's looked really, really encouraging off the right-hand side. So I think it was the perfect move for his career. Not to go to the absolute pinnacle, but to go for a team challenging in Europe. Good Bundesliga side. I think it's. I think they'll probably end up getting a lot of money for him in probably 2 years or so. So. Yeah,
60 plus. Probably in those sort of regions.
It almost looked like bought him for like 35, I think.
Profits. So, classic Leipzig. They're well and truly second right now, and the league is wrapped up.
The battle for second.
Yeah, what a league for Bundesliga.
It's literally between two, Dortmund and Leipzig. The Bundesliga's no good this year.
Oh, it's cooked again, mate.
It's no good. At the start of the year, it had a lot of hype, a lot of promise.
Yeah,
because Frankfurt was still good hanging around.
Frankfurt are just a whipping.
But my God, they are the easiest team to score against in Europe. Jesus.
Fucking hell. I think in the last 10 games, they would have conceded at least 40 goals. They get battered week in, week out Champions League.
Battered.
And then in the league, they've conceded 6.
It could have been 10.
It was
easily.
It was ugly.
It was bad. So, managers under a bit of pressure now, for sure.
Yeah.
Big time.
That back three is pretty shit, though, to be honest.
It is, but you can't be copping six.
You can't be holding
That's way
six.
too far.
All right, let's finish off with I did this on the Premier League review show, the retrospective top 10 transfers. Looking back, hindsight's a great tool.
Looking back.
Let's see how we go here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's quickly go one for one each. I'll start number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Mohamed Kudus for Spurs.
He's not in mine.
Like the work he's done. Good goal. Good ruled out goal, last night for Spurs in the Champions League. Been a really good facilitator, which I've been surprised with. Really happy with his work. If Spurs weren't so shit, I think people would be talking about them a little bit more. Yeah. But I think it's been a great pickup to keep them going, because if it wasn't for him, boy, would they have been a bit of a hole.
Yeah, they would. So
gone Kudus.
I like that. I didn't even think of him. That's the thing. There's so many.
Yeah, we're going to forget a lot of players.
But to be honest, I don't think he would have made mine. My number 10 is Robin Roofs, Sunderland.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, I thought he transferred this year, but I had to check because I didn't know. But yeah, he's been just amazing for Sunderland this year. I mean, Raya's been incredible. So has Donnarumma. He would have to be up there for team of the season keeper for sure. He might even be the team of the season keeper in terms of the expectation. And like the guy's 22, signed for 10.5 million. I think it's just an amazing get. Amazing.
You could put the top 10 as just Sunderland players, realistically.
Literally,
if you really wanted to.
I tried to fit in more,
but number 9 for me, I've gone the boy Marcus Rashford.
Oh, okay.
I think he's had a very, very great start to time at Barca. He's shown to me he can pass the football, which I never thought I'd seen today.
Cross.
And I laughed at that statement. Was it 30 assists? I think he said at the start of the year. And I laughed it off like he was some psycho idiot. Like,
yeah, I remember.
Far out. He's looking on for it at this rate.
How many has he got now?
He's in. I think he's
14.
I think he's in the teens.
12, 14. I think
it's been.
I was looking at his stats. He doesn't have a whole lot of goals, but the assists are racking up.
And look, he's actually
big
been
time.
missing some key chances. Yeah. But I think he's 6 assists in La Liga and Champions League. He has 2. He's 8. I thought we had more than that.
I think it must be like the
cup competition as well. But yeah, he's definitely in the double digits for assists.
Double digits.
And he's just on a heat, and he's actually warranting the starting position right now. So I've got Rashford 9.
Very nice. My number 9 is Nick Waltemada.
Yeah.
I got him in. I think the pressure that he came in with, being like Newcastle's 261st striker option, the whole Isaac replacement, the whole talk about sort of even like the Bayern president came out and like saying how they overpaid and how he's like not that good and whatnot. But yeah, I think he's been very good for Newcastle. I think he's caused Gabriel and Saliba big issues when they played. And he's very entertaining to watch. He's very entertaining. So 6 goal contributions as well in 12 Premier League games.
Solid stuff.
I think he's come off the bench a few for those. So
I think
he's been pretty good.
I like it. I'm going to go with a Bundesliga player up next. Number 8 went Jonathan Burkhardt, joining Frankfurt. The numbers I think he's had 10 goals already this season. So obviously, you expect that with a team that scores fucking 3 every game. But I think I've been very, very impressed with him. Someone I touched on at the start of the year. Obviously, captained Mainz. Comes across with a lot to fulfill, considering Frankfurt have literally lost their whole front line. Yeah. And he has delivered for them. A slow start to the season, but it's got going. And I think for a interleague transfer, that goes under the radar because it elevates Frankfurt and it just demotes Mainz. So it's a really big get. And he's proved to be worth every single penny they spent for him. So, again, talking about living up to expectations, you had some of the best forwards in the world last year up there, in particular with Omar Marmoush. But Jonathan Burkhardt does a lot. He presses, he's physical, he's back to goal, he can spin in behind. He's shown that this season. So I got him at number 8.
I'm talking about Mainz. I think they're last, aren't they?
They're nowhere. They sacked their manager, haven't they?
I think they're last, Mainz. So it's all about demoting them.
Yeah, send them to the league, man.
My number 8 is Esteval.
Yeah, okay. Didn't quite make mine.
I think he's had some really big performances this year. I mean, the guy's like a wonder kid. He's an absolute gem. I'm just waiting for Maresca to kind of release him from his shackles a bit, like let the kid play for a certain amount of time. It's weird. He comes off the bench in the Premier League, but he's been starting Champions League, which is mental. Kind of thought it'd be the other way around. But Yeah, I think he scored some big goals as well this year, big performances. So, yeah.
Yeah, I had him in my top 10 Prem ones, but didn't make this one. I did have to go with Dean Huijsen at 7.
Okay.
I think if we look at the movement as a whole, I think it has been a quite positive get.
Yep.
If he's not there this season, that's sort of where I came from. If he's not there,
that's fair enough.
I think they're cooked realistically. Last 5-6 games again, the red cards for me, that's like the turning point. When he picked up those red cards, one league, one Champions League, it's all sort of fallen apart since then. But good value for money signing in terms of the future as well.
Yep.
Will be there for 10, 15 years. Has looked up to the standard of Real Madrid into like dealing with the pressure. And that's what I've been really, really impressed with. So I've got him at 7, again, because it could have easily been one of those flop signings that you forget about in history.
Yeah.
Bournemouth, Real Madrid, never see him ever again, but he's delivered in probably their best centre-half right now.
That's fair enough. He didn't make mine, but I went with another Madrid defender, and it was Carreras.
Yeah, I was close to Carreras. Yeah.
Take away the red card on the weekend, which was just stupidity. He's played every minute of every game.
Yep.
He just, again, the El Clasico, he absolutely locked up.
It was unbelievable.
Yamal both ways, like got him
going
defending,
forward as well.
gave away the penalty.
Yeah.
I think he's just been so good. Didn't really cost a whole lot as well, and he's got a decade of him as your left back. So, he's my number 7.
6, continue with the Real Madrid theme. I went Franco Mastantuono.
Wow.
Really, I think him missing has really hurt them. Still big on him. I think he comes back into this side and they will start to flow and function the final third. The numbers, again, still aren't there. Yep. But when I watch him play, I think they've got a player there. And that's the reason for me why I'd get rid of Vinny in a heartbeat, because it frees up space for this guy to operate into. Where they've fallen short, I just think, is in their build-up play and goals, and that's because they haven't involved him as much. So I think he comes back into this lineup and they'll elevate straight away. I feel like he's really that good, and this is another foolproof for the future signing. He will be there for time. And that Argentinian blood, that ability in tight spaces, that flair, he probably hasn't shown as much as... hasn't the ability to show as much as Esteval's done, but what he has shown for me, I think, is superior than what Esteval's done. That's the way I look at it.
I like it.
So I've got him at 6.
Again, I just forgot about him, man. Just forgot about him. But I like that one. That's a good one. My 6 is Rashford.
Yeah.
This was a move that at the time, I remember going off. I was like, well, this does not make sense for him, for Barca. I thought they already had enough forwards. But he's been just ridiculous. Just... Again, just the amount of assists he's getting is just ridiculous. He's setting everyone up. He's just a completely different player to what he was last year. This is the Rashford of 2-3 years ago where he had that unbelievable season.
Football man, yeah.
This might be an even better version.
I think it is.
So
I'd go with that.
Great deal from Barcelona. It would surprise me a little if they didn't get him permanently.
Yeah, and they'll probably get him cheap as well, I'd assume. So be a no-brainer for them. All right, top 5s. And I'm going to go with your boy, Hugo Ekitike, in the top 5 for me, where everyone has been so poor that you've signed. So awful. The one man that has stepped to the occasion. I think Leeds on the weekend, if you'd won that 3-2, everyone would be talking about, is that cannot start. Like, is that can't. And that's the thing for me. The context of this signing is unbelievable. He was the reject that got signed first. And then
it's bizarre, isn't
started and has held his spot. Like him getting dropped was his own doing. He's got sent off and then injury. But if he hadn't got sent off, hadn't got injured, I don't reckon Isaac starts. Or has had any time starting. He makes your team look so much better as well.
He does.
Speed, back to goal, and he works with Florian Wirtz so well. Those two as a 1-2 up top is like at the Bundesliga wet dream, basically. Two of the best players of last season linking up. I think you talk about the Salah removal, Isaac has to be removed for me. You get Szoboszlai, you get Wirtz, you get Gakpo and Ekitike up top. I think you start cooking.
You were doing so well. And then you said Cody Gakpo.
I like Cody Gakpo. I really do like Cody Gakpo. I think he's a moment's player, but he's good for that final. But
Cody Gakpo is a brilliant squad player. That's it. It's like I think that's not an unpopular opinion at all.
Point being though, Ekitike is worth every single penny and more. I would have paid Isaac money for him in hindsight. I really would have.
You'll be surprised he's not on my list. He's on my honourable mentions. Okay. He was going to be number 10, but
fair enough. It's
just not in it. Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for Isaac, Wirtz, and Ekitike to all start for a decent amount of time. Yep. But hopefully one day we'll get there. Fuck, it's so depressing on this side of the couch.
It's so dark.
My number 5 is I got Luis Diaz.
Oh shit! No, that's good.
You got him?
I forgot him.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's
he's not. I tried to put him higher, but Bayern did pay a decent amount for him
for someone his age.
For his age as well, but he has been sort of the missing piece.
Yep.
I think that they needed. If they didn't have him, they'd be a contender. Whilst now I think they can win it.
Mm-hmm.
I think, just even some of the goals, the hearts that he's produced this year. I think there was one he scored from like the bar line a couple of weeks ago, which was nuts. Still misses, in Luis Diaz fashion, still misses the odd chance here and there, which he should score, but he's such a good player. And I think he's been a great get for Bayern. Yeah,
I agree with you. Everything. I should have put him in. I've gone your boy from a few weeks. Well, actually, probably the last podcast I did. I went Luka Modric at 4. Ever since that moment, I'm like,
he's in mine.
He is unbelievable get. And again, the stats don't really show it up, but he right now is a top 20, top 25 player in the world. So he's been unbelievable. What a get for them. There's a reason why they're top of the league and they're winning midfield battles. It's Luka Modric. I don't have to say much more than that. He's just a timeless legend. And now that he's doing it at Milan, when we go back to create that combined 11 El Clasico, I think he starts in that 11. So I've got Modric.
My number 4 is Donnarumma. Just been... I mean, you said it earlier, some of the saves he made against Sunderland were ridiculous. The one that sticks to mind is the Mbermo save. I mean, that's just...
Thanks, stuck with me as well.
Sorry. That's just... It's just an outrageous save. That probably no other keeper in the world besides Courtois at this time and David Raya could save at the moment. Again, just so cheap. They got him for the best keeper in the world last year. And just, ridiculous. So
I got him at 3. Well, the way PSG let him go for Chevalier, whatever.
That's something had to have happened in the background.
And Luis Enrique, I think, is a reasonable man. So I don't know who slept with who, or honestly, that baffles. That might be the reason they don't win the Champions League this year.
Could be
PSG.
Because this keeper, I'm not banking on him.
Not banking him
to pull out a Donnarumma.
Oh, and absolutely not.
To win the Champions League, they needed him to perform.
Look at Courtois. Look at Donnarumma. Look what David Raya was doing at times last season. You need a keeper. So I got him at 3 because it is dirt cheap for the best keeper in the world right now. So Donnarumma there.
My 3 is Zubimendi.
Okay.
I think he's been the difference this year. I think it's allowed Rice to be in sort of player of the year contention. I also think, the fact that Eze's been able to play, that's kind of given him the freedom. I think Odegaard's actually looked better when Zubimendi's been there. I know you're not the biggest
Get him going.
Odegaard fan. But I think he's been big for them this year. And I think, it's not a coincidence. They're probably going to win the league this year. And I think he'll be a big reason.
Yeah. I went Granit Xhaka too. How he's ended up there, captaining the side. He's obviously got around the culture of the club. It's a massive game this weekend, and I think he might be the difference in a game like that. In a derby that's so hostile. I talk about flares. I think it's going to kick off in that derby there. Yeah. But there's someone's going to win it for their football club. Granit Xhaka just... And if he does it on the weekend versus the Geordies,
they will build a statue of him.
There'll be a statue outside the Stadium of Light. He's done so much for his football club. They're in a European race, and it's because him and Noah Siddiqui as a midfield combination is absolutely unbelievable.
It's so good.
And he has not put a foot... Since Leverkusen, I don't think he's put a foot wrong internationally, domestically, on the continental stage. He has just been superb. Every single game, he gives you 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And I just think to lift this Sunderland side from where they should be, which is probably the mid-table bottom end, to quite clearly a top 8 side. They've been consistent because of his consistency. So
that game is on at a great time as well.
It is a live stream game. That is a chosen game this weekend. Yeah, that's going up.
Banger. My number 2 is Luka Modric.
The great man.
He's just a freak. Milan are only in this title race because of him. I believe that. It's pretty much the same team besides Luka Modric. He's just so good. He's just an absolute freak. He's been playing like every game, racking up minutes. So, and he's 41, something like that.
Yeah,
he's been a great get for Milan.
Yeah, I agree with that, my man. And I went Zubimendi 1. I kept the continuity with the Premier League list. I think because like you said, he freed up Rice. He makes Arsenal look better. And for me as well, because my personal agenda sort of came this year saying everyone's hyped this guy up so much. Can he really live up to expectation? And he sort of has. He really has.
Yeah,
I've been trying my best to think, he hasn't, but he really has. He's not only freed up Declan Rice, but he's also contributed to the ball moving forward for Arsenal as well, which I think is an underrated part to his game. And I said it on the Premier League one. If you want to win a Premier League title, just get as many Spaniards as you can in your team. Because they honestly are just unbelievable on the football. And it's so important to, the structure, but then also, as I said, the build-up play for Arsenal. He is just such an important cog in that sort of piece that turns it over. And he might be the difference between them bottling it or not, because having another winning type of player, like a Spanish player that's been amongst that Spanish national team and has been at a competitive Spanish side that punched above their weight for so many years, he knows what it takes to fight and to get over the line. I think that might be an important change in midfield for them. So put him at number 1.
Very nice. My number 1. I told you, don't be surprised if I put a Liverpool player in. It's Granit Xhaka.
Alexander Isak.
It's Granit Xhaka. In terms of the amount he cost, the impact he's made, the expectation when he went there, he's just finishing up his career. He's washed. He's been unbelievable in that midfield with Siddiqui and again, you could put this whole 10 could have been Sunderland players.
You could.
But he's been phenomenal. Granit Xhaka.
What an owner. They've got all these players in.
Yeah. He's a young owner. He's like in his early 30s,
when you told me that, I had to look at him. He's a young bastard.
I just Sunderland till I die, mate.
Bro's been watching FM. He's been doing the FM rebuild.
But honestly, good on him because, Sunderland has to be in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Have to be in the Premier League.
Honestly, this might be the best derby we see across the last 10 to 15 years.
Jesus, it's going to be
huge.
Going
to have feeling.
Yeah,
this one.
Jolinton and just fucking start a fight.
Xhaka,
the one time I actually want you to be an asshole, please be it this Sunday.
you got some real bastard type players in that game there.
Because remember all the hype, was it 2 years ago or last year? The hype they versed in the cup or whatever.
It was the FA Cup.
And Newcastle just wiped the floor with them in like 10 minutes. And this time it's like...
It's different though because no Isak this time.
Yeah, no.
Got Voltamada versus Alderete and Ballard at the back and Russo. It's gonna be unbelievable.
That midfield is gonna be
it's gonna someone's gonna get sent off.
War zone.
Someone's gonna die or get sent off in that midfield. Seriously, you got Xhaka and Siddiqui against Bruno G. Tonali and Jolinton. You're asking for something to kick off. Honestly, it's gonna be unbelievable. That is our live stream game on Sunday. I'm making the comeback one of the best games of the year. I think.
Surely it has to be a banger for the podcast.
It can't go wrong.
It has to.
Surely.
It can't. Even if it's 0-0, it's like surely there's going to be fireworks.
I mean, Clips Deluxe on that one.
Yeah.
So can't wait for that. And that's the potty done. Returned. Waffled.
We are back.
Yeah.
No more hiatus.
Hiatus. Fuck, we better go. Next week.
So we need to stop arguing. We need to stop slotting Salah here.
Off-field drama. Don't worry about off-field drama. Another good week. Next week, Champions. You have to wrap a bit of that up because there's a bit of a hiatus until next Champions League game.
Yeah.
I have to talk about Roma.
Maybe
a Prem chat in there as well. So our boys go. Both of our clubs. And we're getting close to the top 10 list. Maybe not next week. Maybe in a couple of weeks' time as we go into the new year. We might have a top 10 managers and into the goalkeepers. So. Just get excited. We're in the good part of the year here on the channel. Like, comment, subscribe. 5-star Spotify and Apple Podcast. See you guys same time, same place next Wednesday. Get excited. We're back. Till next time, guys. See you later.